everybody, and welcome to yet another of Northernlion's challenge runs in the Binding of Isaac. On this run, this is my Scribblenauts run, which was suggested by YouTube user OreoCat11. Basically, if you haven't watched the Scribblenauts Let's Play, I routinely use an item, or I guess a descriptive item, known as the huge, wet, pink laser sword. So this is the huge, wet, yellow laser sword run. I tried to make it pink, but it didn't work. But anyway, the items: huge, Polyphemus, wet, number 1, which accounts for the yellow color here. Laser sword is technology 1, and purple or pink was meant to be Blood of the Martyr. I have Blood of the Martyr, so I'm gonna have increased damage. That's like the Crown of Thorns, as you can see. But it didn't actually change the color of my shots here, so we're just gonna have to live with it as a huge, wet, yellow laser sword. And of course, since we're starting off with such good items on this run, our condition is that it's impossible for us to visit item rooms, which seems absolutely fair, given the fact that we are basically gonna be one-shotting enemies from the very start of the game here. But the trade-off probably will eventually make up for it, but as we start out here, we're gonna be incredibly powerful. I think we should actually make it so that we can't take any boss rooms either. I'll leave shops. Maybe I can pick up items from shops, and I think HP upgrades from bosses should be allowed, but no other upgrades. We're just gonna see what we're missing in this item room here. Would have been the game kit. That's a decent item. So again, HP upgrades I think are okay, shop items I think are okay, everything else is going to fall by the wayside because we are super powerful. Even more powerful than I originally thought, to be honest with you. Anyway, down to the next floor. Yeah, this is a very creative run because it really does, like, recreate the items that I use from Scribblenauts a lot. So I enjoyed this run a lot. As soon as I saw the comment, it was actually from a YouTube comment on one of my Scribblenauts videos, which is a series that I've been doing recently, in case you're one of those people that only watches my Isaac videos. And I just saw it as a top comment, and everyone was like, fuck yes, you gotta do this. And I was like, fuck yes, I gotta do this. This is really creative. Anyway, so far, we haven't really run into anything else. Like, any rooms that could actually give us much benefit here, so I'm probably just gonna fight the boss, to be honest with you. I think we're already so powerful. Like, just Polyphemus plus only HP upgrades. That's not an HP upgrade. How about Deals with the Devil? We probably don't really want any of that, but I think there should be, like, no restrictions. I could maybe use Guppy's Head as a good item, but we're gonna skip it for now. In any case, hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. Polyphemus plus Technology 1 already makes things incredibly powerful. I forget what number 1 does. I think it gives us the lowest range possible, but also, like, the highest rate of fire. But fortunately for me, that actually doesn't have a negative benefit here because we already have maximum range by way of technology. Plus, Blood of the Martyr gives us extra damage. So basically, we're pretty much unstoppable, at least on these early floors. That being said, it would still be nice to pick up some keys or some HP upgrades at some point. So I could possibly, not guarantee, but have some hope that that success will continue as we move on to later floors as well. Because for now, it's good, but who knows if this is going to become a glass cannon type run that ends up being incapable of succeeding later on in the game. There we go. Finally, we have a key. We're probably going to use that to go to a shop eventually. Obviously, I'm looking for something to give me a little bit more health. A nail. Nun's Habit nail. I think Deals with the Devil should be allowed because we do have to give up health for them. But anyway, I'm just trying to balance this run as we go, basically. Obviously, you guys know which items I like and do not like, and we'll see those as we go. But we'll check out for a secret room here, and indeed we did find it. 6 cents, that's worth it, but definitely not worth going to the shop considering I only have 1 key right now. So let's back the F up. This is super easy so far. We'll see what we've got in our mob trap room. Might as well, again, yeah, I was just about to say, if there's a key in there, then this is already worth it. But we're already pretty much one-shotting every single enemy we come across. Including, oh man, the Eyeless Ooze guy actually hit me there, but if you just hold the wave over them, I think you can one-shot the Eyeless Ooze guy. Maybe if we get more damage anyway. Like, I think we can kill him without actually putting him in his ooze state. Anyway, that was pretty easy, although we did lose a Spirit Heart, we gained a bomb and a key, which is probably worth it. And we are dealing with this DB, who is super easy. Finally, we get an HP upgrade, and down to the next floor. This run is substantially more powerful than I had originally anticipated. Let's keep in mind that normally I've been skipping runs that are like, you should get Brimstone, because I worry that that's going to be too OP. Well, this is like a version of Brimstone that you don't have to charge. If only I was capable of getting the Ouija board or something, that would be beautiful for us. We might earn a deal with the devil on this floor. I'm expecting that I probably won't take too much damage from bosses. Oh, well, I'll take some damage on the floor, though, from these dick bags. We don't need that yet, because we still have a Spirit Heart. And it should be easy enough to kill these bomb flies. I just gotta worry about getting caught in the blast myself. Continuing onwards here. Extra bombs. Not really that concerned about secret rooms. Mostly because, you know, would you be if you had all these benefits already working in your favor? I'm trying to make this a fair run. So far, that's proven to be somewhat of a difficult task, but in any case, we are going to just continue onwards here. Shop. Now that we have 4 keys, maybe the shop is going to be possible for us. Who knows? Maybe we'll find that the shop has everything on sale, and we'll be good to go. It's kind of unlikely, but we'll see. Well, it has the candle. I really want to find enough money to get the candle. I didn't mention this earlier, but if I can't get, you know, nail Nun's Habit, then the candle is going to be my next best thing. Although, really, is the candle going to do us that much benefit? Because it's going to fire so slowly in comparison to our actual, like, real shots here. Maybe it's not worth getting that. Maybe I'll just save my money instead. I think the candle is one of the best items in the game for spacebar items, but we have absolutely no need for extra offensive capabilities at this point. So maybe it's better off saving that in the hopes that we can get some defensive capabilities a little bit later. But for now, I will look out for more money, because I can always reroll the shop. Although I'm going to be saving the reroll for the boss, in all likelihood, to try to get an HP upgrade out of him. Because that's the only thing I can indeed take. Double Fly is basically just melting as we go along here. I'm going to check here for a secret room as well. A little extra money wouldn't hurt anybody. Except Mom, of course, in her chances with the game. I guess we're going to go back right away and check out the shop, because we might as well reroll that if we've got the opportunity. Maybe we'll pick up Nun's Habit or something, and eventually it'll end up coming in handy for us. But for now, let's see what we've got here. Reroll. Mom's Purse. We'll take that. The reason we're going to take that is because now we can have, you know, potentially 2 trinkets. We could have Maggie's Faith, which would give us a lot of HP upgrades, as well as the Polaroid, which we absolutely have to take if we want to go to the chest. And we do want to go to the chest on this run, because this is a spectacular run as of right now. And there's really no excuse for us to go to Shoal or something like that. Range upgrade, that's pretty much worthless for us. And by pretty much, I mean like 100% guaranteed worthless for us. That's okay. Do we... I guess these shots are automatically piercing. Our shots have turned green, weirdly enough. I guess now we're like Luke Skywalker, as opposed to Mace Windu. Let's see what we've got in our boss room. We've got Gertie. I was really thankful there, really hopeful, I guess, that we didn't fight another Horseman of the Apocalypse, because the cubes of meat are obviously worthless to me. Can't even be rerolled. That was bad damage. But anyway, there's an HP upgrade. We'll take it. And we have a reroll we can potentially use on the devil here. We're definitely... Oh, no, I was going to think we'll pick up Spirit of the Night, but maybe we just want to pick up the Nail. Maybe we want to pick up Nail and Spirit of the Night. Let's get real crazy. Alright, so I'm not sure how this is going to work. I might have just totally fucked myself, but we have enough Spirit Hearts now that I think we can survive a little while. So left hand is going to be an interesting trinket for us to hold. Remember, we can hold 2 trinkets, and we kind of have the huge wet pink laser sword now. An extra Spirit Heart, good. We're going to need that to offer some form of survival. And now, I guess I don't need the Ouija board, because I actually can use these #1 lightsaber tears as spectral tears, essentially. It's all good, though. Everything's coming up Millhouse here. Our only sore spot is the fact that we have so little health. However, are you kidding me? That actually managed to hit me? However, that's a fine problem to have in this situation. Why can't I hit this guy? That was weird. There's always the chance that I can go to the shop, pick up something excellent in the shop. Who knows? We should basically be able to one-shot every enemy that we come across. The only thing is you gotta hit them with, like, the center of the beam, or it doesn't seem to work all that well. It's not like Brimstone, where if they touch, like, any part of it, they're gonna die. It's more like... I guess it's more like the original technology. You really gotta hit them with the center, or it's not gonna work. But that makes zombies fairly easy to deal with, as you can see here. So let's take that, and we will move down and to the left, where we will come across a shop and a boss room, and hopefully... oh, Samson's Lock as well. That basically gives us rage, does it not? If so, our damage is going to continue to go through the roof here. Let's watch these guys. I'm worrying that this run is maybe a little bit too powerful, but I'm also worrying that I might end up eating those words fairly soon. If we end up, you know, in a position where we don't have a lot of Spirit Hearts as health coming down to the chest. So we're going to kill these guys, get the keys, obviously, which will make it possible for us to go to the shop. As always, item rooms are off the... Oh, that was close. Off the table right now. Maybe later, though. Not later in this game, because that would be totally unfair, but later in a different challenge run altogether. So we've got just random green things here. Do this one more time. There we go. More keys for us. And over on our left side, we'll finally have the boss room. And maybe after that point, I'll look for the secret room if we haven't gotten a little bit more money. There's so many possible locations for the secret room. I can see 4 already. You know, before looking for the secret room, we should probably just waste one of our 10 keys looking at the shop, just to see if it's worthwhile. If there's even anything in there that we're going to buy. Well, there's super greed. So at the very least, we've got another room of nail charges here. We got a quarter as well, which will come in handy on the shop on the next floor, where we should not fight greed if there is any kind of benevolent force in the universe. And I absolutely do not have to look for the secret room anymore, because we are flush with respect to our cash flow right now. Just watch out for Mr. Green Asshole there. Okay. Oh, that was kind of close, but it's all good. Why can I not hit this thing? There we go. 2 red chests. One contains Guppy's Paw. And one contains spiders. But we'll use Guppy's Paw just to get us to that Spirit Heart stage. And of course, the good thing about this, now we're going to get permanent invincibility from the Polaroid. The bad thing is we have no HP to leverage to deal with the devil, potentially. We could also, let's just pick up Rotten Meat quickly, take the HP upgrade, go in here, use Guppy's Paw again. There we go. That's what I call leveraging minor advantages. I didn't want to sound like I was making a douchebag marketing presentation, but you got me on that one. Here we go up to Necropolis. Or down to Necropolis, I guess is the case may be. So far, this has been one of the easiest runs from an offensive standpoint that I've ever had to deal with, which is fantastic for me. Although it does mean, you know, if we're going to talk about some first world problems here, my temperance card is useless. We have another HP upgrade from the boss trap room, which I'm going to skip because we're in, like, the greatest position we could be in right now. We've got tons of Spirit Hearts. The nail is going to go fairly frequently, and it's possible we could get some better upgrades for the nail specifically from the shop. Like, we can get either of the batteries or maybe a nun's habit, who knows. But for now, we're going to stick with what we've got, and I think we have the tools necessary to make it in this world. The question is, are we going to be able to have the skills necessary to make it in this world? And the answer to that question is usually no, but we'll see. Alright, we got a halo of flies there, which is absolutely worthless for us. We have a shop, which is important, and contains the nun's habit. Beautiful, that's exactly what we wanted. And what is our pill? We don't know, we don't know? Speed up, alright, that's actually fairly useful. So everything's coming up Millhouse right now. And we do have that pink laser sword now. So even like the just basic premise of the run is proving to have worked out here in spite of its problems. 2 Spirit Hearts randomly in that red chest. What can I say? I'm a lucky man. And we are going to fight Mom. If it's an HP upgrade, we can take it. Otherwise, we can't take it, but it doesn't really matter. We're going to be fighting Red Mom here. And this is going to be super easy. There's also a tinted rock in the bottom left corner. Don't let me forget about that. One more barrage might be enough. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we're not going to take the HP upgrade. We're going to take Polaroid, Samson's Lock, I think, because the Rage is going to be awesome for us. An extra Spirit Heart and a bomb there. We have no complaints whatsoever about the way this run is going so far. The good thing is, I have permanent invincibility, which gives me a huge benefit on those, like, final bosses, Isaac and Blue Baby. Additionally, every time I take damage, I'm gonna get a little bit more powerful. I think that's how Samson's Lock works. I know how Rage works. Like, the more enemies you kill, the more damage you do. I think Samson's Lock might work the opposite way, in that, like, the more damage you take, the more damage you do. But I might be mistaken. That may actually be the red patch. In any case, all I know is it's going to increase our damage based on some metric that is ambiguous to me, I guess. And either way, that is definitely worth taking over what we had before, which I've already forgotten. Red Hand. Bad gas. I should probably stop taking pills, just in case they end up being HP upgrades, which is actually, for once, something I don't really want, because we're in a beautiful state here, and I think we have basically no possibility of failing this run, unless I run across some unbelievably bad luck. I can't even think about how it would happen, to be honest with you, because even, like, we're one-shotting basically every room in the Utero, or in Utero here, not in the Utero. Can you imagine if Nirvana had named their album In the Utero? What do you think would happen? Do you think Nirvana would be less cool now? Or do you think, or thought of as less cool now, I guess is the most proper way to put that. Or that would be the way that people say it now. I don't know. I'm just theory crafting here. Just gonna back the fuck up. These rooms don't bother me at all. So we should be able to take out those enemies super quickly. We have enough bombs that if we wanted to kill Mom's Heart that way, we could. But we don't really wanna, because there's no point. It's another range upgrade pill, which we might as well take. It might change the color of our thing again, but it doesn't. We get an extra Spirit Heart, which is beautiful. And we're getting dangerously close to getting our next nail charge as well. We haven't lost any damage on this floor, I believe. Oh. Almost ended up eating my own words there, but for now, like, my hands are running on autopilot. I'm still thinking with my brain what kind of commentary needs to be provided here, but in terms of just, you know, what my hands are doing here, I could probably jerk off and beat this run at the same time. We're not gonna find out, I assure you, but, you know, don't test me. I think it could happen. We're gonna ignore that mob trap room because it doesn't seem to be worth my time. If it was a golden chest, probably would have gone for it. And again, another nail charge. Burnt penny, good trinket, but not really valuable in our current situation, so I don't think there's much point to doing that. Do we have a boss room off the edge here? Possibly. Fairly robust amount of blast assist in here, but again, super easy. Another speed upgrade pill is fine in my books. There's our boss. Hopefully that speed upgrade allows us to get around Gertie Jr. here. Seriously, like, no problems whatsoever. We don't even need this money. Again, more first world problems. And we got the Fallen. This is actually really good. Because it could potentially give us a deal with the devil. But I don't really want to take the dead cat. It actually gave us a literal deal with the devil. With another dead cat in it. We could go with Mom's Knife. But that would obviously run against the spirit of the challenge run here. So there is basically nothing stopping me from asserting my dominance over the whole universe here. Let's see what we've got in here. We got another HP upgrade, which means we're going to be skipping that room. I would love to just get a compass at some point. The only option for that to happen now is probably like Judgment showing up, which is unlikely. Especially unlikely considering he would have to give us the compass, which means he would have to be holding the compass. Which is, again, you know, probably like a 1 in 20 shot. But stranger things have happened over the course of 350 Isaac videos so far. So I'm not going to rule that completely out of the question here. This is seriously, like, incredibly overpowered. We're one-shotting, like, some of the strongest or, like, highest HP enemies in the game. So, we're just going to back this up. I'm expecting Mom's Heart basically stands no chance. I mean, it's already 50%, more than 50% dead. We're killing all the enemies instantly. She only got to, like, the second wave of enemies. We obviously did not take any damage as we move up to the cathedral. Still no compass, so we're not necessarily in speedrun territory here. But we are doing quite well. I did get hit there for the first time in like 2 floors, but it charged up our nail, and beyond that, gave us invincibility, so I didn't get hit much after that. We're probably going to get hit on Isaac unless I manage to take him out in like the fastest way I could possibly imagine. But again, not really going to matter too much in the whole scheme of things. Death should be dead, yeah, in like 2 hits. The horse maybe will withstand another 1 or 2. If I could actually hit it, that is. Proving to be surprisingly resilient. There we go, finally. Now, that's usually my go-to direction to try to find the boss when I don't have the compass or map. Sadly, there's nothing there, but there is another tinted rock for us. Of course, 1 more Spirit Heart. Doesn't hurt. I actually managed to get hit by Gertie Jr. there, but again, thankfully, Nun's Habit is helping me out. Do we really want to mess around with that golden chest? I don't think it's necessary at all. We'll get this one instead. A little extra money and bombs. We could use these keys on the chest, provided we get there. I don't mean to sound cocky, but provided we get there, that's almost guaranteed at this point. More money for us. Again, unless we come across, like, an unfathomably dickish rube, which, to be honest with you, like, I could not possibly conjure up a room that would cause us problems. If we had to fight 1 Isaac per room for the duration of the game, then things might get a little tricky. Keep in mind, though, every time we get hit twice, we basically have the wafer. Every time we get hit twice, we get a free nail charge. So it's very difficult to do damage to us on a wide scale. But in any case, you know, I have failed great runs before. We don't really need 80 cents, but I suppose we'll take it. I have failed great runs before, but I don't think this is going to be one such circumstance. Alright, so this asshole should be dead now. There we go. Now we just got to kill his horse, which is actually a surprising pain in the ass. Takes more hits than you would expect considering the damage that we do. There we go. And we may have actually lost like 1 Spirit Heart total on this floor. Let's fight Isaac and see how this goes. I'm expecting it's going to be fairly easy. We're going to be hitting him fairly frequently, but we're going to be doing an unbelievable amount of damage to him. And once the angel fetuses show up, this is not going to be a problem. He's not even shooting that frequently. There's our nail charge, so we'll have even more damage to do to him now, not to mention our invincibility. But, just back off a little bit. That was kind of close. Let us take out Isaac and the angel fetus. I got hit more damage, but it doesn't really matter. Alright, so we're off to the chest. What are we going to get in the chest? Please, one of these chests give me a compass. I would greatly appreciate that. Shears. Dead bird. Rainbow baby. And anarchist cookbook. You know what? I think shears is going to be an interesting pickup for us. So let's leave the nail. Hopefully, I mean, I'm leaving the nail. Let's keep in mind, I basically guaranteed success earlier. Me leaving the nail is my way of saying, like, I'm going to make this a little bit more interesting. Because we will be able to use shears. And again, every time we get hit, we're going to be able to use shears again. I'm not sure how many meat boys we can basically make with this. But we'll see. Mom, where do meat boys come from? Well, when a man loves a woman, he develops a game called The Binding of Isaac. Yada yada, nun's habit, anal intercourse. Everyone knows the rest of the story, obviously. So we're just going to back off here. I hate fighting death. It's a total pain in the dick to deal with not just the scythes, but also, of course, death himself. But when he creates zombies, they're not going to be much of a problem for us here. And luckily, this is one of the weird instances where hitting Death's horse with the combination of items we have doesn't actually cause it to, like, move around, which is the biggest pain in the ass sometimes when you're fighting him. Famine Pestilence is a fairly easy rune to be dealing with here. Pestilence got killed by, or Famine got killed by Pestilence. You bastard. And we've reached a dead end here, sadly. So I'm just gonna back the fuck up. We could use shears. I don't think there's much point to it, to be honest with you. We're just going through the motions here. It's going to be slower than my best chest run ever, obviously, and not to mention I used the cheat engine beyond that. But I saw in the Binding of Isaac subreddit yesterday, someone actually recorded themselves beating the chest in 8 minutes and 57 seconds. That is like the craziest shit I've ever heard. If you had asked me like bare minimum chest time, I probably would have told you like mathematically it would be like at least 10 minutes. So for someone to do it in 8, it's pretty goddamn insane. In any case, we are almost done with this run here. Gertie Jr. is going to come for us, but it's not going to be a big... it's going to be sort of a big problem. We're still taking damage. It's actually... This is one of those weird situations where Blue Baby is probably going to be one of the easiest rooms we could possibly come across in the chest here. We got another dead end with the Wicked, but that doesn't represent... Oh, I guess I got hit because I'm an idiot, but I was going to say it doesn't represent too much of a threat. By the way, you might be saying, like, Northernlion, you took all these items in the chest, you completely invalidated your challenge run. That would be a silly attitude. The only reason I took those items is because the items that were there had such little, or would have such little impact over my success in the game. Like, the only reason I didn't take Rainbow Baby is because I didn't want to get a familiar, which would sort of, not necessarily send the wrong message, but make the run look aesthetically weird. I took Dead Bird just because, hey, why not? The joke there, I guess, is that Dead Bird does so little for us that whether we take it or we don't take it makes absolutely no difference on the run whatsoever. I let Loki get close to me there. Sometimes you just gotta let love in, man. And we are going to take Bad Gas into this boss fight, I suppose. Pop the shears right away. Get close. I might as well use Bad Gas, I guess. And Blue Baby is going to die in a matter of seconds here. Especially now that we have 2 Meat Boys. Let's see how many Meat Boys we can get. Hit me again. Hurt me more. No, seriously, hit me. There we go. We got a third Meat Boy. That's going to basically be the last one that we can do. That was an easy run, but as always, thank you guys for the challenge run suggestion. Specifically for this one, thank you to the Scribblenauts suggestion, or thank you for the Scribblenauts suggestion, OreoCat11. As always, continue suggesting your runs in YouTube comments and wherever you can find me, and I will look at them and do the ones that I deem most interesting or appropriate. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.